Well, I told you that when I was in high school, I honestly believed that every time I masturbated, I made it rain. I told you that, right? Did I tell you that?
What?
No.
I believed that I had the power to make it rain just by masturbation.
What
Granted, when I was in high school, I had no shortage of ego and a lot of time.
Did you live in Seattle?
No, Marietta, Ohio.
How could you prove this?
I didn't need to prove it. It was what I believed.
Farmers came by like, oh, we need some rain today. And Todd was like, I'll be back.
Yeah, farmers are giving me magazines. They're giving me packages wrapped in brown paper bags. My mom's like, what is this? What are you getting? Nothing, Mom. I'll be back in 5.
Save the planet.
I have to control the weather.
Bring your umbrella. It's gonna get misty.
Yeah, no shortage of ego in this guy right here.
So is that what they mean by wear a raincoat?
Warning. The following podcast contains language not suitable for younger listeners. You have been warned.
Now beamed from the fortified bunker below Culver City, California, this is, well, that happened.
Let's say hello, kids. Hello, kids. Welcome to the second ever video version of the WTH podcast. Here we are hanging out in our brand new video wired fortified compound. Jeffrey Potts, how you doing today, buddy?
Todd, Elliott, sir, I'm good. How are you?
I'm pretty amazing, thank you so much. Sam Randeros, what's the word?
The word of the week is Pluto booty. When the girl's butt is so small, many consider it non-existent.
That's hilarious.
Wow.
That's pretty funny.
Pluto booty.
I kind of like that.
I did like that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are hearing another voice and seeing yet another face. That is our friend Shannon. He has decided to come and visit us today. How you doing, Shannon?
I'm doing very well. And,
Good.
Well done.
there it is.
Your instincts are impeccable.
Your big moments. Your big moments here. And, whew.
So Shannon's here to hang out with us and talk about girls with Pluto booty and how they should just be shipped off the list.
Will you hold this for a second? I brought a little something before we get into show proper. I brought a little gift.
I'm scared.
As you know,
this is gonna be
as you guys know, I have an addiction. There is something in this world that I probably should be going to meetings for. I have an addictive personality, and I cannot get enough of it. And that's not it. This is a foot. I found that.
What the hell?
There are Pringles. I found in Walgreens Pharmacy hot dog flavored Pringles.
Not just hot dog flavored Pringles.
Hot diggity dog.
Look at that.
And cheeseburger flavored Pringles.
What the hell?
Wow.
Hot dog and cheeseburger flavored Pringles, and I was very excited. I have an addiction to chips. I can't help it. Every time I'm in the grocery store, I go down a chip aisle.
Did you already try these? Because they're open already.
I had to immediately. I had to.
It's not like they're a
try
surprise to you. They're more a surprise to us.
Well, no, they weren't a surprise. Wouldn't it be funny if I pulled them out of the bag and been like, "Oh, surprise! Oh, what's that?" When I bought them.
It's a foot.
Well, no. But you've already
you see
tried
that
them.
Foot? I found that foot.
So, if these are so new, how come I haven't seen an advertisement for them yet?
Because they don't want you to know these exist.
Yeah, I have absolutely no idea. But I was in Walgreens. I had to get a passport photo for my kid yesterday, and so as I was walking around Walgreens waiting for them to develop it.
Let's try these.
How do those...
It tastes like mustard. It honestly tastes like mustard. I don't really get the hot dog flavoring out of it, but I get the mustard flavor.
And there's pickle relish in the afterthought there. Yeah, it's good.
What is that?
It's delicious stuff.
Chip connoisseur over here.
I'm gonna go to
I want to sample one of those too in a second.
I would eat the cheeseburger one first.
Oh, I love the sound of people
welcome.
eating.
Holy crap.
Okay.
Yeah, it tastes like a damn cheeseburger.
Oh, I like the cheeseburger
Chemicals.
one.
It is all test tube made, but I don't really care about that.
But my thing is this though, like I get that, and I wouldn't expect anything less. How do they do it? Like how do you chemically get things to taste? Like there's got to be quite a bit of like flavor profiles in that cheeseburger Pringles for it to taste like a cheeseburger.
Right.
It's hitting your palate in different areas to taste like a cheeseburger
That's true.
towards the end.
Now, also what I know about the way we taste things is human beings are very susceptible to influence, right? if you were told, hey, this is going to taste like a blackberry when you drink some wine, no wine tastes like blackberry, but you're going to feel it. You're going to be like, oh.
You're going to imagine that it's actually tasting like a blackberry.
And it doesn't taste like a blackberry, but it
Right.
tastes like something close to a blackberry, some sort of flavor profile that is similar.
What?
And because someone else called it a blackberry, you're going to be like, yeah, that's a blackberry.
Well, it's funny because when people have told me this wine is going to taste, you're going to taste the oak and the peach and some of the grapefruity like flavors in this wine. I try it. It tastes like a good time because I have no idea what the hell they're talking about. I'm just like alcohol. I'm in. I'm on board.
I have
Nice.
to agree.
What's been happening this week, boys?
Well, this week, like I said, Channon's joining us. He is an artist. He's got art show coming up this Thursday here in Hollywood, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it's going to be at Boulevard 3, which is right off Cahuenga. It's right by the ESPN, where they tape ESPN, right off Cahuenga and Sunset.
Boulevard 3, a place, or is that a street?
Boulevard-
Because I've never been to Boulevard 3.
Boulevard 3 is a
street.
venue
Okay.
on Sunset. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's actually inside a historical building on Sunset.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
What do you do? I mean, really, what is your art? I have no idea.
Okay, so essentially, I make lamps.
I love lamb.
I bring people out of the darkness. So essentially, that's what I do. I make lamps out of reclaimed items.
Okay.
And I like it to be the more raw, the better to me. Essentially, I make things that I like, and then if you like it, fantastic.
So would you make lamps like for ladies, like they're really into like dildos, and they give you like a glass dildo? You'd make it happen.
I would definitely make it happen, but it wouldn't be a lamp.
What would it be?
You know what? There's some things that gentlemen just won't say, Jeff.
But essentially, reclaimed wood, old bottles,
You're
Definitely
not
get in the
saying-
wood if you got the dildo.
steel, things of that nature.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah.
Shannon, that's
Thank you.
really neat.
I get it honestly from my grandfather. My mother is an artist as well. She deals more with like the interior design elements. My grandfather actually was a master welder. And most people wouldn't know of him. His name was Nate Jones. He owned a welding shop, a muffler shop in Los Angeles during his young years. But he actually came up with dual exhaust on automobiles. If you own a V8
Nice.
or a muscle car to this day, it has a dual exhaust. It's
Well,
how
that's
you get the
pretty
more power out of your engine. And the way he came up with this was actually during the years of the muscle car. Chrysler came out with a big V8. It was a new V8 for the year, and it had a single exhaust. And the owner of this vehicle went to my grandfather's shop and said, "Hey, listen, Nate, this thing really wants to go, but it's just holding back. What can you do?" He says, "Well, get it up on the lift. We'll see." He put it up on the lift, and he says, "You know what will make more sense is if we split this thing." And he put 2 manifolds on it, straight mufflers out the back, and it gave it more power. Well, when that same customer went into Chrysler to have his car serviced that year, Chrysler said, "Wait a minute, this didn't come from the factory like this. Who did this?" And he said, "Oh, Nate Jones over at such and such." They actually got my grandfather over to Chrysler
Wow.
to show them exactly how it works. And sure enough, the following year, all of the car manufacturers were doing dual exhaust.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Now, mind you, he knew nothing about patents or anything
Right.
like that. I mean,
Well,
he-
this is unfortunate.
That was always the.
It's almost like the guy who invented the windshield wiper. Ford stole it from him, and he fought them for 30
Exactly.
some odd years before Ford actually gave him his credit and the money that he rightly deserved.
Exactly.
Did your grandfather, you said, did he fight?
well, he didn't. I mean, you're talking about a young Negro boy, in America.
Right.
Like he had no idea. Just to make a living, he was happy. He had no idea about anything of that nature. But he was featured in Hot Rod magazine doing the pipes on the Munster Mobile.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
That's
that-
really cool.
So I mean,
really
so
cool.
I get my, I guess, talents from him. He showed me a lot growing up, but essentially, they're just things that come to me. I mean, I guess like a musician, songs come to them.
Now, where can people go to check out your work if they want to look at it?
Well, you can actually go to, right now, my work is displayed as well for purchase on Etsy. So you can go to Etsy.com/51st, and that's 50 spelled out 1ST. and you can check out my works there.
We'll put the website here somewhere.
So Etsy.com/FIFTY1ST.
Correct.
Nice.
Cool. I'd like to see some of your lamps.
Actually, we probably have some of the lamps displayed. Let's do this like the Price is Right.
No,
nice.
no, they're not going to be like that.
Oh, damn it. Well, what do I
If
know?
I do this, can I make one appear? Did that just happen?
No.
The look on Jeff's face says no.
He says no.
He's the magician.
Yeah. So
That just cost me a lot more work. I just want everyone to know that, how much work that this just made me do.
he's gonna just not do anything with it.
you know,
It's just,
the
gonna-
rest
it's just gonna be your
Just
hand.
make me look like a fool. It's cool.
Just the rest of the show, cover up Todd's face with a picture of
There
one
you
of
go.
the
I'll do
lamps.
that. Speaking of reclaiming stuff, let us move on to
All
a story I found that there's a village in Whitesboro, New York. They want to reclaim their heritage because they have had this historic town seal for a while, and now it's coming up to a vote. So they want to put up a seal. This is the original seal. So we know what it looks like, but what it's supposed to be is, apparently in this town there was a historical event where a white man wrestled a Native American man, and that's what this picture is supposed to be
The way you just said it still sounds wrong.
Right.
A white man wrestling a Native American for his land and his women.
No, there were no women involved in that story.
So,
Oh, afterward there were.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
so they're going to be voting to see if they want to change the seal to Whitesboro, New York. And I just want to throw it out there.
It is called Whitesboro, which means White City. So
I want to throw out my suggestion.
know.
I want to throw out my suggestion
uncomfortable.
for a possible vote. Do it. Don't change
So
it.
you're basically telling me that they're going to Pluto booty this thing. It's just going to become non-existent
Exactly.
as a seal.
Hopefully. Hopefully.
How long has the seal? Well, how long has the city been in existence?
For a while. I mean, it's New York, so it's one of those towns that, I mean, around since the 18-somethings, because this is their historical event. where
I
they're-
mean-
way longer than that.
I mean,
New
being
York was originally New Amsterdam, and
that's true. And
I feel like as a young Negro boy in America, that by this time, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's more funny than anything.
okay, all right.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
What do seals do?
Seal,
What are they for? I mean, it's not like they're making these letters and they're putting the wax on it and they have to stamp the seal of the city and give it to
Well, it's
Paul
an official-
Revere, who's going to ride over to like.
It's for official correspondence. It's for official city
So
use.
it's a goddamn letterhead.
So
Yeah,
they're actually
so-
This doesn't mean
so this would be
anything. It
sent
could just
out
be
as
my name.
on official letter. This would actually be sent out, let's say to Supreme Court or whomever,
Yeah,
with
like-
that seal on it.
Yeah, and so they would say Whitesboro City Seal. WWE is coming to the town.
Oh, boy.
And I would have to say, if I saw it come across my desk, I would pee because it's hilarious.
With that, let's move on.
All right, it's time for Jeff Lies and WTH. Every single week I'm going to bring to you 4 news articles. One is real, the other 3 I have made up, and it's job of my co-host and guest today, Shannon, to figure out which one is the real article. You can play at home so you can guess it and see through my lies. This week's theme is Keep Rollin', Rollin', Rollin'.
You can always tell when Jeff lies because he has a beard.
What?
That's your tell.
It's also, my,
Having a beard.
it's also my truth.
Now, clearly somebody is a Limp Bizkit fan.
Well, it happened to hear it the other day, so it was fresh on my mind.
Okay.
All right, so article number 1. Toddler found driving motorized toy big rig on Florida highway. Article 2. Self-driving car design includes table and chair. Article 3. Arizona burglary suspect uses forklift for getaway. And Article 4. Teens receive more injuries from hoverboards than skateboards, study shows. Those are the news articles. Tell me, Shannon, since you are the guest, which one do you think is the real article?
I'm going with number 3. Arizona burglary suspect uses forklift for getaway.
Okay.
That's a good choice.
It's a good choice. All right. So, Haley, which one do you think is the real article?
Well, I was torn between 3 and 4, but since Shannon's going to choose 3 for me, I'm going to choose teens receive more injuries from hoverboards than skateboard study shows because the metro system is trying to ban them. One, because they keep blowing up and setting on fire, and two,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure people run right off into the tracks at some point too.
There's
So.
that.
I'm gonna go
you
with
have
4.
to. I mean, it's going to be more reliable than the metro system.
All right. So,
Haley picks 4.
Number 4, teens receive more injuries from hoverboards than skateboards.
Since El Senor Todd is drinking, I'm going to go with toddler found driving motorized toy big rig on Florida highway because A, I'm a sucker for Florida, America's penis, and it wouldn't surprise me one bit.
alrighty. So, Todd, which one do you think is the real article? Now you can go with your.
And I'm going to.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with my usual MO, and I'm gonna pick number 2, which is self-driving car designs include table and chairs. And what I was thinking about is Google's awesome. So why wouldn't they do that? I mean, I saw Mars Attacks. No wait, what was
Mars Attacks?
the Arnold Schwarzenegger one? Remembering Mars.
Total Recall.
Yeah, Remembering Mars, Total Recall. It's the same movie. They had the self-driving cars, and they had little tables and whiskey and stuff in there, and so why the hell not?
Okay, let's find out here. Let's go with y'all. You all picked different ones, so
Damn, Skippy.
good luck to all of you. One of you is going to win. All right, so let's go in order. Toddler found driving motorized toy big rig on Florida highway. This article is the real article.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Jeff, can I interject here? I am really impressed.
Thank you.
You never, ever, ever go with the real one first. That is the first
I know.
time in the history
That's
of
not true.
doing this program. You shut your mouth.
See, I like to try to make it interesting each time. I try to throw in little surprises. Sometimes I do it on number 1. Sometimes I do it on number 4. Sometimes I do it on number 3. You never know.
When he did the gun one, the first one was true,
Yeah.
and so were all the others.
Yeah, that was a technicality.
Technicality, it counts.
But,
So Sam and Todd are tied this year, 1-1.
So well done, everyone. Sam, you have won Jeff Lies and WTH. So
Oh, thank you.
how did you do at home? Let's find out in the comments. Tell us what you think, and let's move on.
Let's not move on.
Oh shoot!
Whoa.
Jeff, I want to know about the story. That's the idea.
Oh.
You're going to tell us about the story, right?
Yeah.
I want to hear about this toddler who was driving down the freeway.
Well, he was going for his Class A license and decided, well, I got to start somewhere.
The boy traveled about 500 yards down the highway to get and
500 yards?
Yeah.
good.
Where were his parents?
Well, they were smoking meth in the back of the trailer and wrestling an alligator, for the tourists.
They were like, we're letting the kid drive. We're under the influence.
He was going to the liquor store.
Go give me some
So the
cigarettes.
father said he left his son alone for a minute to use the bathroom. When he came out, his kid was gone. So he immediately called his name, didn't get an answer. He noticed the door was ajar and immediately jumped on a bicycle to search for him. And the kid had cut through yards to get to
That's
the
not,
highway.
that's not what happened at all.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is such a BS to say.
Labo, come here. Listen, you need to go down to the liquor store and get Pa his favorite drink. Here's the money. Don't forget the change. You forgot it last time. You know what happened.
Did you call the kid Lionel?
Yeah.
Nice, that's a good name.
Fantastic, man.
I'm curious to how close they live to the highway if he got on that fast. Because, those things don't go that fast.
They don't. They don't go that
well,
fast.
And that's why I'm saying this is a BS. What the guy's saying is BS.
Right.
I only closed the door for a minute. I turned around and he was gone. No, he's not.
They-
Those things go like a snail's pace.
I'm telling you
not
what happened.
fast.
They were at the intersection of the highway begging for change. He falls asleep, and the kid's like, "This is my chance." And he gets on the exit,
Off to a better life.
and there he goes.
Well, his father says that he was in the bathroom. He had to use the bathroom. What the hell is he doing in there? It's like, well, I was going to take a squat here. Oh, I'm going to read this book.
According to Todd, he was making it rain.
Right.
Well done, sir.
Thank you.
Let's move on. Welcome back, everybody. It is now time for everybody's favorite time of the week. We are going to kick someone's ass.
That's right, and you can vote at home and let us know who you think needs their ass kicked, either in the comments below or wellthathappenedpodcast.com. Here we have the Notebook of Justice. I don't know what Todd has except a stiff drink. And then there's Jeff with his clipboard of information. And we're going to throw it over to Jeff here for the rules.
All right, rule number 1 is that each host has 1 minute on the clock to present their nominee for some ass kickery. Rule number 2 is no host can vote for themselves. Rule number 3 is that there will be no dead children, kids, etc. And let's keep it light. And rule number 4, if you don't like the outcome of today's vote, vote for yourself and see what you think. You can vote in the comments below, send us an email, however you like it.
When he says vote for yourself, he doesn't mean actually vote for yourself.
well, you
because if
could.
you vote for yourself, I might show up to your house and have to kick your ass. And I don't really want to do that because I like you.
That's right.
Maybe.
For now. So who's going to go first, gentlemen?
I went first last week, so...
I'll go first.
All right.
Let me set the timer here. You just hit the play button, even though I don't trust you with it.
I
Because knowing
wouldn't
you...
trust me with this.
All right. You let me
What is
know.
it? What is this, a phone?
Yes.
On your mark.
Mm-hmm.
Get set.
Mhm.
Hold.
I can't turn my head.
Ask
this
it.
way. There we go. All right. 62. 62 is the number of times the Republicans have tried to overturn the Affordable Care Act, also known as Obamacare. 62 times. They want to destroy this health care bill because they don't like it. They don't have any answers for it. They don't have any ideas to how to fix health care. Granted, it's a very flawed system, but it's a start to try to fix it. And the Republicans aren't even helping. But what did they do? They threw a party about how it finally made it to the president's desk. A party. Yay! Aren't we so proud of ourselves wasting taxpayer money doing this 62 times in a row? So for that reason, the Republican Party needs their ass kicked because I'm sick and tired of having my taxpayer dollars continue to fund something that they are wasting their time on. We all know it's not going to get overturned. It's a complicated bill. Let's just focus on something else. God damn it, Republicans. I hate all of your faces.
Bam. There it
Nice.
is.
With 2 seconds left.
All right. So because of that, Jeff, would you like to go next?
Sure.
All
I'll
right.
go next.
Jeffrey. Little Peck Potts.
Sorry.
That's well done.
On your mark. Get
Yep.
set. Ass kick.
Okay, well, going along the same vein as Sam, mine is actually going to be Texas. Texas, you straight up need your ass kicked. Why? Because you just passed the new open carry law that went into effect on January 1st. Now it is legal for you to now take your guns into a psychiatric ward of a hospital. Now, I'm all for the Second Amendment and your freedom to own and bear arms, but there are just some places that you shouldn't take a gun, and that would be a psychiatric hospital. When everyone's like, oh, we shouldn't let the crazies have guns, don't take your gun to a psychiatric hospital where there are crazies. I mean, it's not rocket science here. This is pretty much as simple like, hey, I have a gun that kills people. Where should I take this? Not to a psychiatric ward. Not where the crazies literally are hanging. That's
And
it.
time is up.
Whatever, you got it.
You really had me with.
That's maddening.
Yeah.
It's maddening. I don't understand that at all.
Because if I was there, I would definitely overpower you and take your gun.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm curious
And get out.
what attorney decided to write that. What attorney was like, you know what? We have a lot of real liberal laws
In Texas?
No, hold on. I know liberal may not be the right word, but I don't know another word. Liberal laws when it comes to open carry and where you can carry your firearms and what you can do with it. How can we make this even crazier?
Yeah.
I know. Crazier. Crazy people. Let's do that.
guns.
I just don't. I don't know how to follow that. That's amazing.
Don't worry. This is Texas. We have done the right thing. We have put everybody in straitjackets because it doesn't matter. They won't be able to grab your gun. And look, they like banging their heads against the walls. So we're okay. It's
Maybe a lunatic threatened someone's life on a visit, and that person was like, hey, if I had my gun on me,
I could shoot them dead.
yeah.
Because that's what they need. That'll cure that.
Shoot 'em
That'll
dead.
cure everything. Shooting them dead.
shooting them dead.
So Todd, Christian, Elliot, are you ready?
No, but I'm looking for this guy's name. It doesn't matter.
On your mark. Get
Can't
set.
find his name. Doesn't matter. It's not important. Not important to the story.
Ask it.
All right, so there's this gold miner from Scotland, and he was hanging out in Kyrgyzstan, which is another country. And he was over there, and they were feeding him some of their national dish, which is a sausage made from horse. He held it up and made a Facebook post saying, made from horse, More like a horse's dick. Something along those lines, right? He was fired from his job, arrested, and the country of Kazakhstan threatened war against the UK because they said that this was completely... that this was a hate crime, that he hated their national food so much and was ready to declare war. He has been banned from entering Kazakhstan for 5 years. He was fired from his job. He had to be escorted in the middle of the night, and the police escort he had, which was deporting him from the country, was being rammed by people in the street in other cars. The country of Kazakhstan...
And the country of Kazakhstan
is awesome
for you.
Wow.
Don't piss off Kazakhstan, because they will Kazakh you.
I don't even know if I'm saying that goddamn name right.
Probably.
It's weird. It's like Kyrzstk.
I think you said it right.
Is that the Slavic North Korea? Oh, you insulted us! Oh, war!
Yeah, they were ready to declare war on Great Britain.
Wow,
because he insulted
over a
sausage.
horse's dick.
You take this man and you Pluto booty him.
Yeah.
Was it a big
God.
dish?
Yeah, it was big. They showed the picture. I read about this on the UK Guardian news website.
Maybe
the UK Guardian, not the American Guardian. That's just
the UK Guardian is their newspaper.
That's just a homeless man running around with a Captain America shield.
See, you have to always be careful when you're commenting about horse dishes. I mean, I personally would be like, "You want a second helping?" Nay.
Whoops! Kazakhstan just declared war on the WTH compound. We're fortified.
Yeah, good luck breaking in here.
And if we're in Texas, we got guns. Lots of
In
them.
the insane asylum.
Yeah. All right, let's vote. Let's vote on this bad boy.
All right, Shannon, who would you vote for the ass kicking?
I would have to say Todd's story.
Okay.
Right.
All righty.
Kazakhstan.
All right, that's
All right.
one for Todd.
All right. Sam, since you went first, who do you vote for?
Clearly, I'm going to vote for Texas because there's one state that disappoints me third on the list behind Florida and Alabama. It is Texas, and I think it's absolutely insane to allow weapons to be in the reach of people who are mentally unstable that need the help and care from medical professionals to help them either get back into a normal mode of operating or, to be, kind of held there against their will by the Illuminati and them trying to stop your conspiracy from happening. I'm just... Because, there's a lot of crazy...
There is, yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to vote for your story.
Okay, cool. I want to vote for Todd's because here's the thing. If it was just the horse penis joke, the horse dick joke, that would be one thing. It's funny, but the guy lost his job over saying, hey, I'm going to criticize, whether or not, I think it was a joke personally, but, if he's saying I'm criticizing this sausage made of horse, he shouldn't lose his job over that. That's kind of ridiculous.
Am I allowed to add on?
No?
Okay.
And
He said it wasn't a joke.
Oh, he
He was
wasn't?
like, no, I think it's a penis.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, either way, it's,
It's a delicacy.
yeah, whatever. Some people like things, some people don't like things.
Some
They
people
try
like-
to try to go over war to what's this?
No, we had a moment. That's
Oh.
cool.
Sorry.
Okay, no, it's okay. You had a moment. That's cool. It's okay. And then Sam, Republican. Seriously, I mean, I get they don't like the bill. I get it. I get that. But until you come up with something better, you have to throw out something better. Like, hey, we have our own bill. Let's now try to repeal Obamacare or the Affordable Care Act and put in place ours. But they don't do that. They just kind of say, we just want to get rid of it. So I'm going to go ahead and vote for Sam.
Nice.
So, and now it's on you, Sir Todd.
I am going to vote for Jeff. And here's why. The Republican Party continues to make stupid errors, and everything they do just further ostracizes them from the country. They are so far gone that nothing they do or say even matters at this point, and they're essentially working themselves out of a job. And when I was 14, I was locked in a mental hospital. I was there for a while. And the restrictions and what was happening there are so very, very intense that to all of a sudden the legislature to be like, nah, it doesn't matter, here's some guns. That affects me on a personal level. I know I am voting on a personal level here, but that's the way that goes. So I'm going to vote for Jeff on this one.
Alrighty. So there we go.
So that brings the voting to an end. And with that, Jeff wins the ass kicking. So he's now going to hop on the train, ride it down to Texas, find the legislature, and kick their ass.
That's right.
That's the rule. Jeff has to go do it.
This foot's coming for you.
I'll miss you.
Are you left-handed?
What? No.
No, he just couldn't get his right foot up.
Gotcha.
Because if I do, I actually would kick.
Actually, it was funny. Everyone saw that he couldn't get his left foot up either.
Well, here's the thing. When you work post, you work in the post. Oh, which I got a job again. So
Hey,
I know.
Congratulations.
Everybody was concerned. I know
Work
that.
is fantastic.
I know, right? So I'm back in my post position. So
Rehired Jeff, newly employed.
He's back in the saddle.
New show, new everything. So yeah, it's fun. Anywho, so yeah, when you work post and sit at a desk for 8 to 10 hours a day, you lose a little bit of that flexibility.
Yeah.
So
All right, and you let us know what your thoughts are. Who needs their ass kicked at wellthathappenedpodcast.com or in the comments below. But right now, we have some comments from the internet. Haley.
So, on last week's show, we got a comment from Joe Baker. Yes.
Good friend of the
Or-
show.
Good friend of the show, Joe Baker.
Jackson Baker. I'm sorry, it says Jackson Baker
That's
online.
his official name.
Anyway, it says his comment towards I don't even remember what we were talking about. Something about pubes, and we told people to comment. So Joe,
that wasn't last week. That was a couple weeks ago. We were talking about how people shave their pubes.
No, that was last week.
Was that last week?
Yeah. So Joe said, many years ago, maybe 20, I shaved my hair just above my penis into the shape of an arrow pointing down to my penis. Just so you all can know.
Oh,
There
good
you
to
go.
know, Joe B, that you take your time to do what every guy does on a normal basis. I did mine with Sharpie.
didn't have the pubes quite yet there.
No,
Wait, you shaved your pubic hair into the shape of a Sharpie?
No, I shaved.
Sharpie?
I shaved all the pubic hair off and drew with the Sharpie because I was like, crap! Why didn't I think about doing something clever? And I took a Sharpie and made an arrow down there. It worked wonders.
That's like the women who shave off their eyebrows just so they can draw a new one.
See,
I mean,
they always look
have
like they're saying,
never done this. I was too busy making it rain.
nah.
There it is.
There it is. And any final thoughts, Shannon? You being our guest on the Well That Happened podcast. Any final thoughts about your experience here? Or any thoughts that you have in your head and your skull? Or once again, present your arguments, your art.
Your argument.
This is art, I tell you.
Essentially, I make things that are cool, and I hope the general public thinks so as well. They're made to last forever. I take things that no one considers to be anything anymore and make it amazing again. So,
Awesome. And one more time, just for funsies, give us the time, date, location of this show.
So again, the show is called Futures. It's going to be January 14th at 7 p.m. Boulevard 3, which is on Sunset and Cahuenga.
You can check that out at rawartist.org.
You can go rawartist.org and check that out. If you do decide to go and you want to come and support 51st, you would click on 51st profile on that website, and you can purchase tickets there on that through that link.
Excellent.
Very nice. Very nice.
And you'll be joining us on Wednesday for the movie review, which is what movie, Jeff?
Pay the Ghost.
Pay the Ghost.
The Nicolas Cage Tour de Force.
Tour de Force. Indeed. And so, any final thoughts for you, gentlemen?
No, I'm good to go.
You're good, Jeff?
I'm pretty good. Yeah, I think so.
All right. And my final thought is going to be this. On Tuesday, Roy Moore, Supreme Court Justice for Alabama, decided to bar his state judges from issuing same-sex marriage licenses because it's against God and against the Constitution, and we shouldn't be listening to the Supreme Court. Well, you're wrong, Judge. I mean, you should know that, right? You went to law school, but the Supreme Court interprets the laws and help guide the country in terms of how we read them. So you're wrong, and you're
It's not legal for him to do that, is it?
I don't know what's going to happen. We're gonna
because
have to
once the Supreme Court says something, a district judge can't say, you know what, the Supreme Court said that, but it's cool. We're going to make our own laws. Didn't we fight a civil war over that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's a
just
supremacy
checking.
clause thing that supersedes
But,
anything.
you know, once again, this Alabama stirring the shit. But honestly, I mean, you're just wrong. And when you get this barred, no one's going to miss you. And with that, well, that happened.